All right. Hey, how are you guys? What's up? My name is Natalie, aka aWoodenButterfly, and this is my channel, Art That Heals the Soul. I just wanted to hop on here to introduce the Pick a Pal today that we are going to be doing. I'm asking the question, what it is that you need to hear right now, which is my favorite question to ask in these Pick a Pals because it kind of covers everything and it kind of, leaves it up to, whatever it is that you need currently in your life right now to hear, to gain some clarity or to gain some insight. So without further ado, let's get right into the Pick a Pal. There are timestamps below, so if you want to hop down in the description box below, you can go ahead and go right to your pile. Make sure you choose intuitively. You can choose by the crystals, you can choose by the decks, whatever you feel prompted to do so. And without further ado, let's get right into it. Please, if you guys enjoy this reading, or if you guys get anything out of it, or if you gain some sort of insight or clarity, please comment below. It will really help me out with the channel, and I also would really appreciate it if you guys showed your support by subscribing and looking forward to future content from me. So please, without further ado, let's get right into it. Bye. Alright, loves, those drawn to pile number one are this Amazonite, Palm Stone, Harmony Tarot. I'm going to go ahead and ask what it is you need to hear right now. My favorite question to ask. Whatever you need to hear for your highest good to guide you on your current path. So let me just connect with pile number one's energy. I call upon those drawn to pile number one. Allow me to be used as the channel for the messages those drawn to pile number one need to receive through my mind's eye and through the cards. Thank you. Whoop. Allow me to release whatever energies I pick up during the reading after the reading is over. Please and thank you. Spirit, tell me what number one, what is it that they need to hear right now? To gain clarity, insight, or understanding in a certain area of their life, tell me, what do they need to hear right now? Those down to pile number one. I'm going to go ahead and cut it. I feel like this sense of like yearning for adventure. Like there's this undertone of like wanting something to happen. You feel like this like zest right now, like for something, for a current, something that you've been working on or something that you've been creating, and you feel this like passion and this zest for it, but it just seems like it's like not going or expanding as much as you are like expecting it to. And because of that, it's like there's like this undertone of yearning, like yearning for something but not really knowing what it is that you're wanting. So the 5 of, yeah, and this is causing you to kind of wilt in a sense, like metaphorically speaking. You're kind of like losing that initial oomph, that initial like boom pow that you felt when beginning whatever it is that you're currently investing your energy into, whether it's a relationship, a situation, or a job, whatever, a creative project, whatever it is that you've been investing a lot of your time in. You've kind of not been receiving the grandiose expectations are not being met. And you're kind of like losing your vivaciousness, your vital, like that vitality. So let's see, what does so there's this undertone of like wanting something more and expecting something more, but it's just like not really like there yet, and it's kind of like like what I'm picking up on is the best like way to deal with this energy is to just absorb. There's like a something that can be learned in this transitional phase, because you know you're meant for more and you know it's coming. It's like you feel it, you know you're on the brink, and yet it's like come to a pause, like a sudden pause, and it's causing you to doubt yourself and your abilities, making you feel like you're wilting like a flower, like, you know, like this flower off this bush, and like you're kind of like looking, it's like you're yearning for something, you're looking beyond, you're looking back for something, you're looking beyond to something, but it's not I don't know, like expectations are not being met. So what is it that you need to hear that can assist you a little bit further? Let's get let me get I'm getting kind of called to clarify these first before doing this other thing that I wanted to do, in place of kind of like the ending oracle cards that I usually pick out. I have the other invisible tarot that I want to use, but it's a little bit of a different setup. So let me go ahead and finish clarifying. I think the battery is going to die soon, so it might pause for a second, just so you know. Just keeping an eye on that. Let's clarify. Clarify. Ace of Summer, Queen of Pentacles. Okay. Yeah, so like, you know, you have something. You have something that's pretty like you in your mind, you feel like it's established. Like you already know, you feel it in your bones that it's meant to become something more. It's like this calling that you're like following, and it's like so fucking like, this calling is so exact. Like you feel it in your bones, and you've been intuitively, you know, following heeding the call, and you're expecting these grandiose results because you know it's supposed to be so big, but this is something that is needing to kind of simmer. Like whatever it is that you are creating or doing or putting your energy into, it's necessary for it to have this moment before catapulting you like off the deep end, like into like major abundance, because you are going to receive abundance as a result of whatever it is that you're working on, and abundance in multiple ways. Abundance in doing something that you're passionate about, something that you're that allows you to be creative in some respect, or creative in your own way. But it's like something like that, you know, is meant to be big, and you're kind of like, but it's like you're just starting to doubt yourself. You're starting to question, like, are people even really like into this? Like, are people kind of just like, but like, this is something that really like is calling you. Like, it's something that is like a divine like path that you are on currently, and you are on the right path, and you are doing what it is that you're supposed to be doing. The doubt is coming just in having to stay in that stillness, for having to stay in that stillness just a little bit longer to push you to your edge. This is a perfect, like within yoga, like the teachings of yoga, like it's the perfect metaphor. Like yoga is a practice that to bring you to stillness. So this is a perfect time for you to practice being in that stillness and just appreciating the energy and the passion that you are feeling when it comes to this thing that you are creating. So you are definitely meant to have a lot of abundance, but a little sidebar, I feel called to say this: don't allow what others express to you about your ideas. Like, don't let what other people's like naysayers or people that make you instill doubt in your plans, don't allow them to veer you off path, because then it's going to, you know, like, you're still going to end up where you're meant to be. It's just going to be it's going to take even longer to get there, because you have a distinct like end result. You know where it is that you are wanting to eventually end up, but it is a long, arduous road there. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's an arduous road, but in that journey and in that being able to be okay in the stillness comes this like strength of you know, 1,000 men. Like, it's just like this quiet strength that you gain, and it's all for purpose. All of this is for great purpose. So just have faith in that, and hopefully that will allow you to gain some sort of equilibrium when it comes to how it is you've been feeling recently. Because recently you've definitely been doubting yourself. You've definitely been questioning your abilities in certain areas, and that's okay. But you are going to end up where you see yourself ending up. That is a guarantee. It's just going to take it is going to take time to get there, and but there is beauty in that journey. So there is stuff to look forward to within the obstacles that you have to overcome throughout this path that you are on. So I'm going to change the batteries to the camera really quick, and I'm going to flip the camera so you can see these cards, this transparent tarot, which is, they're clear, so I have to put a white cloth. So let me do that, and I will close out the reading with those cards. Okay, so let's get right into it. These are the transparent tarot. I'm going to place them just so you can kind of, because you kind of layer them and you gain a particular story through these cards, which I really, really like. So I wanted to share these cards with you. And let's get any like final messages or guidance that you might need to find a more stable and secure sense in your abilities and where it is that you're going, like a more confidence. And I think something that is kind of just coming to me right now is I think that this Aries eclipse, this coming eclipse season, is going to be very beneficial in terms of coming to terms with certain obstacles in your own personality, in your ambitious nature, kind of like allowing you to gain some footing, if that makes sense. So let me just, all right, so I got these two cards that just popped out, which is a heart and a yin-yang symbol. And then with this one card, so this, I feel like when you layer this, it's kind of, wow, like it's a pretty powerful image. And I feel like you are like really, like you have something that is going to be very like appreciated. Something it is that you're creating or that you're doing might not be gaining like the necessary like traction that you initially expected it to, because you know it's like something so like amazing, but people are going to see that. People are stay strong and balanced, stay centered, remain doing things from your heart, and not overthinking things, and trying to find logic in things on your journey, because that tends to add more weight to your already heavy plate. So that's something that is good advice, I feel. So let's see. Then we have this Three of Pentacles, which I think it's supposed to go like this. Which I feel like there is somebody that is trying to extend maybe a helping hand. There are people that want to assist you in your journey that maybe you're neglecting or disregarding as like a like plausible, you know, situation. So hold on, and I just want to put this here so I know when I'm editing which pile this is for. Okay, and then we have, yeah, so there is like also something else coming up is a paternal like figure, something about your role when it comes to like paternity, like how your relationship with your father or your lack of relationship with your father is something that needs to be looked at, or there is somebody that is a strong paternal figure within your life that you need to take a look at the relationship, because there's something about that seems to make you feel off balance when things are not aligned. So that is something to take note of. And I believe that is all the messages that I have for you guys, pile number 1. Please let me know in the comments below if that resonated with you. I would love to hear all the feedback, and if it does, I really would truly appreciate it. And if you haven't already done so, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye. Okay, those drawn to pile number 2, or this crystal cluster. I don't know the name of it. If you do, let me know. I would love to know. And then, or this Sun and Moon Tarot, which I've been having one hell of a connection with this deck recently, so I feel like this reading is going to be a doozy. So let's get right into it. I'm gonna go ahead and connect with your energy. And just remember what the question I'm going to be asking is what it is that you need to hear currently right now. So for my pile number 2s, those drawn to pile number 2, I call upon my spirit guides, and the spirit guides of those drawn to pile number 2 allow me to be used as a channel for the messages. Those that are drawn to pile number 2, what do they need to receive through my mind's eye through the cards, please and thank you. Allow me to release whatever energies I pick up during the reading after the reading is over, please. Alright, so a lot of like fast moving, and this popped out, truth. A lot of fast moving energy right now that you're experiencing. It's kind of like you're needing to take a step back. Maybe a lot of overactive thinking, trying to find too much logic in things, over analyzing. Just like a lot of fast-moving energy, a lot of fast-moving thoughts, racing thoughts. Wow, pretty intense. I feel like a lot of intense energy that you've maybe been experiencing. This is what you need to hear right now for your highest good, to gain some clarity, to gain some insight. So those drawn to pile number 2, what do they need to hear right now? Like what? With this racing thoughts, what is it that's okay? So you're on the brink of something. There's something that you're chasing. Like you have this idea that is getting you, like you're having like maybe downloads or like really fast moving energy, thoughts. Like, because to me in these cards, the clouds represents mind, your thoughts, air. The elements of air, which symbolizes our mental state, our mental processes. And I feel like it's caused you a lot of like, downloads or ideas, or like a lot of like excitement to like move forward to this direction, but you don't really, it's like you have all these ideas and you have all these thoughts, but you haven't quite implemented them. It's more just in the mental body currently, but you need to bring it to down into the 3D. Currently it's in the 5D, and you need to bring it down to 3D so that it can become apparent within your daily life. And so I just feel like very scattered in my mind, which is why I'm like giggling and stuff. It's just like I feel like what you've been experiencing, and I feel like if that is what you've been feeling, like a lot of like racing thoughts and a lot of like, oh my god, all these ideas that you have, like you keep writing things down. You're like, oh my god, I like all these downloads. It's like all these downloads or these thoughts, and you're like really excited about it, and like you're wanting to get it all out. You're wanting to put it all down, but it's like, it's like you can't, like it's like too much. You need to like reel it in. Breathe, and then let's clarify. So I just want to get a little bit deeper, and then I'm going to do something a little bit different than what I usually do, just to switch it up. And I'm going to first clarify, and then I'm going to do the closing cards with this invisible tarot deck that I have. So clarify these cards for me, spirits. Please let me know another layer to this. What is going on? So the advice for you right now, I feel, is to kind of reel it in. Like you need to reel in the thoughts and the ideas and kind of narrow it down to like the things that you like, your like priorities, like the things that you really want to accomplish first, and do maybe one or two things at a time, instead of being overwhelmed from all the ideas and all the fast moving moving in all these different directions. Like you are just like all over the place and like you need to reel it in. And that is what the advice is. You need to reel it in so that you can tie it down into the 3D, so that your ideas become reality, so that your thoughts and start to maybe share your ideas to people and see what the reaction is. And that is very telling, and that can teach you a lot as well. And then also so like another aspect is to stop staying stuck in your mental, like in your like you tend to go down like rabbit holes or like these mental spirals. And it's the advice is to a great way to deter that when you find yourself falling into one, is to reach out to friends, to hang out, and not to isolate, because the isolating is actually probably making it more like of a obstacle for you. But there is so much positive things that are going to come from you just like kind of grounding these ideas and these thoughts that you have about certain things. And when you are able to kind of compartmentalize these ideas and kind of make solid steps to making it into reality, I think that is going to bring you the peace or the centeredness that you need to kind of reel those racing thoughts and those fast moving like energies in you. So that's what I have. I'm going to set it up to do the Invisible Tarot, which it's clear cards, so I need to put a little white background here, and I'm gonna set it up over here and move you right here so you guys can see this. Okay, sorry. And I am going to put this crystal right here. Okay, so let's get some more advice for our pile number 2. Just tell us, spirits, is there anything else that our pile number 2 needs to hear to assist in these ideas, these thoughts, ideas, to implement these ideas into the 3D, to take them from the mental body and bring them into the physical body. Bring these ideas into form. These are just thoughts that are coming to me that I'm just saying because, you know, I feel like some things will stick out to certain people that it needs to stick out to receive the confirmation needed as the message. So this is the 4th. So yeah, so it's like you really have you are capable of really creating an entirely different life for yourself. I think that you are more than capable of gaining that groundedness and that centeredness that is necessary to implement these ideas and bring them into form. You have the capabilities, and I think that any doubts that you have is just a result of, it's actually these doubts are what is causing the anxiety in the first place. So it's like kind of like, you know, maybe like lean back and look at things from a different perspective, because we have this guy like, you know, leaning back, and with the pentacles, that is for me symbolizing, you know, like the physical elements. So, you know, like 3D elements, things that you can touch. And I think that maybe you are needing to gain a different perspective when it comes to that in some way, however that rings true for you. What else? Okay, so that is really interesting. I feel like such a cute card. I feel like what you are needing is maybe that assurance. Like you need that assurance, and if that is what you are needing, this is that confirmation for you that you are able to bring these thoughts and ideas and bring them into fruition. You are more than capable of it. And I think it's just a matter of shifting your perspective and not looking at your maybe your personality, like traits that you see as a problem in your life, maybe viewing them in a way that prove to you that it's what makes you unique, and it's what makes you special in your own way. And when you realize that about yourself and you accept that about yourself, then it will be much smoother and easier to implement thoughts and ideas and these fast racing plans and bring them into fruition. Anything else? And then through that, those chains can be broken. It's what is needed. You are needing that reassurance and that sensitive, and that like you need that, or you need to break free from thinking that you're not worthy. You need to break free from thinking that you are just like, oh, you know, I'm never gonna make it, you know, like, oh, there's no point in me even trying. Like, I feel like that's kind of like what happens sometimes, like when you start a project, like you have all these ideas and you start them, but it's like you never finish them because halfway through them you're like, I don't like how it's coming out, like this is so stupid, why am I even doing this? And then you start like questioning yourself, and then you don't do it, and then it's like you start feeling even worse because you don't freaking finish anything, and then you're like, oh my god, I have all these things that I have that I've started that I haven't finished, and like, what's the point? And it just like causes the racing thoughts even more. So what's being needed and what's being said is that you need to break free from thinking that you are incapable, because you are more than capable. This is confirmation to tell you that you are more than capable, and that you are actually meant to bring these things into fruition, and you need to break free from thinking that you are not worthy. So that is what I have for you guys, pile number 2. Let me know in the comments below if that resonated with you guys. I would really love to hear it, and if you haven't already done so, please subscribe, comment, and like, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye. All right. Those who are drawn to pile number 3, or this Wise Dog Tarot, which I haven't used in a while, so I'm excited for that. And this lovely, all these crystals that you see today are from the yoga retreat that I just went on. That was, oh my god, it was so beautiful, and it brings so many beautiful, serene memories, and there's just so much powerful energy in these crystals. So if you chose that, yes, that is the story behind those. So I'm going to go ahead and connect with your spirit guides and connect with your energy, and kind of just ask the question what it is that you need to hear right now. My favorite question to ask, because it kind of covers everything. Whatever it is that you need for your highest good, to gain some clarity, insight, or understanding in a certain area of your life, I call upon my spirit guides and those drawn to pile number 3. Spirit guides allow me to use as a channel for the messages those who are drawn to pile number 3 need to receive through my mind's eye and through the cards. Please and thank you. Allow me to release whatever energies I pick up during the reading after the reading is over. Please and thank you. What is it that those drawn to pile number 3, what is it that they need to hear right now? Something about maybe some of you have a dog, because when I close my eyes, I just, and this is the Wise Dog Tarot, which would make sense if you chose this, because you have like a like a pet or a dog that you relate to. That's just confirmation that this is the right pile for you. That might not be for everybody, but I feel like you must be some sort of dog lover if you chose this pile. So so let me just go ahead and, so we got Judgment. So I do feel like, in the reverse though, I do feel like there's something going on about your heart hurting because of maybe because judgment from others, like people looking at you in a negative way. Maybe you overheard things through the grapevine that people have said about you that kind of got under your skin. So that's being brought up, that's being highlighted here. I feel like it kind of, it took you on a little bit of a spiral. I would say, like, it took you on a little bit of a spiral where you're like, like starting to believe you know, these negative things that people were saying about you, even though that they're so out of line and so not aligned with your character whatsoever, and they're just so ridiculous that it's like, why would people even be saying these things? Because it's not true. So this is being brought up for you to know that you know, these words were meant to these words were said to hurt you or to cut you with a knife, because the person that they were being said by was hurt from something that you may not have realized hurt them. So that's something that's also being brought up that can maybe bring some sort of clarity or guidance within a situation or a dynamic in your life. I feel like there's something that someone said, and the reason why it was said, it was coming from a place of them being hurt about something else that maybe you didn't realize you had done, or maybe you know, didn't realize what the intentions were, and you took things the wrong way or something along those lines. So let me go ahead and clarify these cards, and then I'm going to close the reading a little bit differently than I usually do with my invisible tarot, which I think will be lovely. So let's go ahead and clarify these cards. So my pile number 3 is what else? What other? Let's peel back another layer of this situation by getting the clarifier cards. Okay, and so we got the High Priestess. Yes. So you know within you that these things are not true. And you know that you are a good person, you're a good friend, you're a loyal friend. You actually take on the qualities, a lot of the qualities of what a dog would. So like, you know, very like loyal, like happy-go-lucky, and like really just wanting to enjoy life, and you kind of, you know, and I think by doing that, sometimes you don't realize that you might hurt other people's feelings, because you kind of do go with the flow in a lot of ways, and maybe like not meaning to, you overlook people who may be sensitive to that in certain ways. So that's just something that is being brought up. And I know that sometimes the messages may not be super positive, but these things are brought up just to gain perspective. So in order to shift your perspective about a situation that maybe was that maybe you were struggling with in a certain way, and maybe it was affecting the way you were meeting your obligations on a day-to-day basis as well. So, and it was causing, we got the Emperor in reverse twice. So I feel like that's very significant. I feel like, so like the Emperor, when it's upright, it has the qualities of stability, a strong foundation, you know, like the Aries, a lot of Aries energy. But I feel like that's being brought up to show that that is something that is missing, that's something that is lacking, because they're both in the reverse, and we got it in both the decks. So I feel like whoever was saying this, because this was clarifying this card, which to me was representing the qualities of the person that said words that cut you like sharp, like a knife, that they and it was someone that you thought was a loyal friend to you, but they turned out to, you know, kind of like stab you in the back. And this is just confirmation, I think, to let you know that that was built on it wasn't built on a strong foundation to begin with, so you're better off just leaving it as it is. So that's just some kind of like guidance that it's up to you whether or not you know, proceed in that path or not. Ultimately, it is up to you. But I do feel like you're better off, because I don't feel like this is based on whoever this energy is not in a strong, stable foundation. There's no stability there to begin with, and they like to talk a lot. They like to gossip. They like to spill the deets. That is like something that I heard. Like, they like to spill the deets and like tell people, you know, little tidbits here and there about people that maybe, you know, maybe that others don't want to know. So that's just some confirmation for someone there. Let me go ahead and switch perspectives because I'm going to close off with the Invisible Tarot. So just give me one sec. Alright guys, so this is for our pile number 3s. Let me go ahead and get some closing cards for you with this Invisible Tarot, which I love. They're clear and you kind of like build upon the images, and I think it's pretty darn cool. So what else does pile number 3 need to hear? So I feel like that it was something that you know, like somebody hurt your feelings, so that's being brought up because it was obviously affecting you. It's obviously been on your mind, it's been hurting your heart, and you know the things that were being said are not true. That's confirmation for you. Those things are not true. You don't align with the things that were being said. And the person that they were being said by is very like shisty. Very shisty. And this is confirmation for me even more. It's like they will stab you in the back in a heartbeat. If it because this kind of reminds me with, you know, oh yeah, and then we got the 7 of Swords. Yeah, so the 7 of Swords, it's like someone, you know, taking your peace, your mental peace, your mental, you know, it's been eating you up inside. But this is confirmation for you to gain that strength in overcoming this situation. Because like with the Phoenix, you know, like it's like there is an opportunity to rise in this situation. There's an opportunity to gain the upper hand, so to speak. And I mean, I'm not saying, you know, like debatable whether or not that's even, you know, morally just or whatnot. I'm just saying what it is that I'm seeing, and no filter. So let me just go ahead and get a couple more cards for you guys before I close the reading. And I feel like very hit with a lot of like energy right now. So it's just, my head just feels like very weighted down with and this is more confirmation. I feel like also it's been something that you've been, you know, going back and forth about. Like, you know, like, is this relationship worth continuing? Or is it just going to continue on the path that it currently is? And honestly, I feel like this person is not worth your energy. They're not on the same wavelength. They're the same frequency as you. And this is happening in order for you to rise up and gain a more balanced state of mind as a result. So, I get one more card. Ooh, okay. And these came out. So we got the 2 dragons. So that is very interesting. And they're kissing. So I do feel like there's also this kind of element of maybe it's kind of intertwined. Like this relationship might be like a sexual, like, or romantic, an ex-romantic partner, or someone that you have had relations with on some level. Or maybe there's like this like underlying like attraction there, and which is why you've been going back and forth about it. So Spirit is just kind of bringing that confirmation that maybe you needed to confirm that it's not worth your time or your energy. You're better off rising above because this person doesn't have your best interest in mind. This person doesn't have your back. So that is all the messages I have for you guys today. Please let me know in the comments below if you guys like this reading and if you resonated, and I would love to hear it because that was pretty like exact for this being a general reading. So I mean, I don't know, just let me know. I would love the confirmation as well. And if you guys enjoyed this reading, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.